With bombings between the United States and Iran, of course, ramping back up this week, the negotiations have completely fallen apart. Donald Trump said earlier this week he's bored with them. So there are no more peace negotiations. The bombing is ramping up, and Iran has said they are, of course, closing the Strait of Hormuz to all traffic. As a result, gas prices, as everybody could predict, are going to skyrocket again. A majority of people, majority of respondents in poll after poll for the last more than a month at this point, blame Donald Trump for the rising gas prices. And he should be blamed because it is 100% his fault. But don't tell that to Donald Trump's Energy Secretary Christopher Wright. No, Chris Wright went on Fox News this week to tell America that your rising energy costs are, in fact, the fault of the Democratic Party. That's right. The folks who have no power in Washington, D.C., okay? We don't have the White House, we don't have the Senate, we don't have the House, we don't have the judiciary. Democrats have no power at all, yet are still somehow so powerful that they are the ones to blame for rising gas prices. So here is what Chris Wright said on Fox News this week. First of all, Fox News host Bill Hemmer aired a supercut of a bunch of Democrats blaming Trump for the gas prices, which, of course, he is to blame. So Chris Wright responded to that clip saying, "It's a little rich. It's a little rich. We're in the middle of solving a 47-year-old problem that's growing problem about nuclear-armed Iran. The bigger problem, the even bigger problem with gasoline prices, electricity prices, heating prices, is Democrat green policies. They've done everything they can for 20 years to drive energy prices up, and now they're upset about high energy prices. I'm glad. I hope they keep that attitude going forward and will work with us to drive energy prices back down." You know how I know you're panicked? And you know how I know you're lying? Because you kept repeating yourself, right? It's a little rich. It's a little rich. The bigger problem, the even bigger problem. See, your brain, when you're repeating those sentences, those phrases back to back in multiple parts of what I just read, that's because your brain is trying to concoct the lie. Your brain is trying to buy you some time. Wright does not even believe what he is saying. He is making it up on the spot. That's what that means. Now, here's also the thing. Those green energies, the green technologies, the greening of the energy grid, which never happened on a national scale, unfortunately, did not, in fact, drive up energy prices. It created more competition, which, as all good capitalists will tell you, you have more competition, you can keep prices down, unless, of course, you've got price collusion taking place, which is illegal. But it didn't drive prices up, you idiot. That's a quantifiable, verifiable thing that a 5-second search on Google is going to show you. There were times, of course, in the early days of it where, prices did go up a little bit. We had to invest in the new technology, yada, yada, and all that, right? But over time, prices go down. And that's the point we were at in the areas where they did have green energy production. But you don't want to talk about that. What kills me so much every time, no matter how many times it happens, it still gets to me. Republicans are incapable of taking ownership of anything. Unless, of course, they're taking credit for something Democrats did, like we saw with the passage of Biden's infrastructure bill. You had Republicans vote against it, then go to their districts and be like, look, I got you all this infrastructure money. I'm so great and wonderful. Taking credit for what Democrats did when they actually opposed it. But they won't take ownership of any of their mistakes. Ever. Not just the Trump administration. I mean, literally any Republican out there. We saw that with Dave Rubin face planting in his Jubilee thing with Parker Get a Job, because Dave Rubin wouldn't answer the question about any of Trump's accomplishments and instead deflected it and was like, well, Biden, blah, blah, because that's all the Republicans can do. Doesn't matter if it's a pundit, doesn't matter if it's a lawmaker, or in the case of Chris Wright here, doesn't matter if it's a cabinet official. You're asked a question about your party's policies, and their response is always, well, the Democrats suck. Okay. Tells us, number one, you do not even stand by your own policies, and number two, you have no idea how to fix the problem that you created. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.